Quavo and Chris Brown have a beef going on right now that's way more serious and seems more likely to result in bloodshed than the Drake versus Kendrick
I'm glad you brought that up.
But the people don't really have the mental capacity to pay attention to two beefs at the same time, it feels like.
Quavo and Offset need to focus on Jay Prince and that Jay Prince family. Takeoff got left for dead. He got murdered in the nastiest way. The nastiest way. Niggas stepped over his body. I heard the girl in the background saying, yo, what do you want me to do? Jay Prince Jr. said, leave that nigga. How the fuck do you find time to beef with Chris Brown when you got that kind of beef? I'm looking at a video with him beefing with somebody up in the club throwing dollars. Nigga, your right-hand man, your family. Niggas stepped over on him, spit on his body as they walked over him. How you beefing with anybody else? Until you deal with Jay Prince and the Jay Prince family, we don't want to see you beefing with nobody.
Yeah, that's just about a girl.
Especially not a Chris Brown. That's a pretty nigga. He gonna fuck your bitch.
But Chris Brown had her first, and Chris Brown considers himself to be very, very good friends with Quavo. He dates this one girl for 5 years, and then when the relationship ends, within a year or two, Quavo's with her in a serious relationship, and I guess that was upsetting to Chris Brown. Do you think that that's fair? If your friend, somebody you're close with in the industry, is with a girl for 5 years and then they're broken up for a year, is it fair game? And can you still have that friendship?
If I consider you to be my friend, your bitch is off limit. I'm not looking. It's too many girls out here for me to be looking at your bitch.
Right.
It's way too many. I'm not going to offend you by playing with your girl. It's too many girls.
Like, in theory, I think it's acceptable if somebody moves on from a girl that she should be up for grabs. But also, if you're with her for 5 years and you love her and you're really treating her like that, and then it's your friend, somebody you're really close with, and they're just going to go get into a relationship with her and not say anything to you, not ask you if you're okay with it, etc. I feel like that might be a little bit more respectful. I don't know. That's a weird one.
My niggas is more sacred than a bitch.
Yeah.
To have my nigga looking at me sideways, if I got love for you, we ride or die. I could fuck any other bitch. I don't need your bitch.
Yeah.
So for him to even be playing with his girl like that, he had to already be looking at her.
I feel like we all look at these guys as having so much pussy available to them that they should be bigger than these types of conflicts.
You know what? That's interesting because with the amount of bitches that both of them are running through, why would they be beefing over a hoe?
Right. Well, it's one girl that they both ended up in real relationships with, too, which is kind of the interesting thing because, yes, they probably have fucked dozens and dozens of the same chicks over the years, but this one apparently was special enough that it mattered.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, all it says about both of them is that they weak. And if they let this shit escalate, listen, if y'all gonna kill each other, kill the bitch first. Because my theory is, if I'm gonna go to jail behind killing a man over a bitch, the bitch gotta die too. You ain't gonna be out here fucking other niggas while one of us is dead and one of us is in penitentiary.
How do you feel about Chris Brown being the more disrespectful one and saying, he said something along the lines of, it's crazy, when Takeoff died, the people wish that it was you. Well, that's a grimy fucking lyric from an R&B singer. That's something we're used to hearing the drill rappers say shit like that, right?
Well, you know what? It's true, though.
You think people wanted to see Quavo gone versus Takeoff?
Well, we didn't want to see none of them die, but
yeah.
Listen, looking at how they handling the situation, they're not even keeping the nigga name alive. You should have died.
He should have died because
he's a sucker. How you beefing with anybody? Like, at the end of the day, all his focus should be on that Jay Prince family. The way that, listen, even a dude that's not a violent dude, the way that Takeoff died would make a regular dude turn into a killer. These dudes, if you have millions of dollars, automatically that makes you a general. You have soldiers at your disposal. You niggas is ready to suit up and boot up over a bitch, but you ain't gonna suit up and boot up over a nigga the nigga that killed your cousin? You ain't gonna kill a nigga that killed your cousin? Nah, I can't respect him. Throw that nigga in the trash. Throw his music in the trash. His diss record, he lost by default. I'm going with Chris Brown.